a quick video of me doing the Deadset subframe kit on my MK6 GTI. Subframe started to pop around. About 111,000 miles on the car. So it took a while for it to happen, but it started to happen. So instead of doing the TSB, I went looking at all the kits. There's some cheap ones out there, $130, but it just looked cheap. I chose the Tyrol one because they use a higher level grade of brass, and they worked with ARP studs to make a custom bolt specifically for them. So yeah, that's the route I went, and here's the video. So subframes popped around on the MK6 GTI. Ironic, I was working at a shop for one day to test out there, and I told the guy that this was happening, and he goes, oh, I've never heard of that. And he was their lead mechanic guy. I guess all they work on is Teslas there. So yeah, this is the situation. Car jack stands. There's 3 bolts on this side and 3 bolts on that side. You gotta come down. The subframe's actually already loose. I can get my finger between the motor mount, or the dog bone mount, and the engine, so the subframe's already loose. Also, this is the old Torque Solutions dog bone mount that had the really thin polyurethane, and I replaced these once, but I had to get the new style ones, and I had to mill them down myself to make them work. And yeah, it's shot again. So womp womp. I guess I'm gonna have to upgrade for like $300 because they had poor design choices, so now I have to pay for their mess up. That sounds great, doesn't it? Gotta love it. Anyway, the situation. Time to hyperlapse. That's it. It's all installed. It didn't take that long. I didn't have to loosen as much. That one you can barely see, and then the one that's up there, brassy. That one, and that one. All I had to do is take this exhaust bracket mount down, and the 2 bolts off my motor mount. That was it. She's done, all torqued, set, ready to go. So yeah, that was the install of a Tyrol Deadset kit for a MK6 GTI. And all in all, it took me about an hour. Didn't have to do all the stuff that the guide that they provide suggests, but that was on a Passat. Didn't have to take anything loose other than the subframe, the exhaust mount bracket, and the dog bone mount. The Torque Solutions thing, that Torque Solutions dog bone mount is from 2011. It's 11 years old. When I call them, they tell me that they never made one like that. I'm like, well, that's kind of funny because it says Torque Solutions right on it. At any rate, yeah, that they've upgraded the bracket since then, and I think they offered me a 5% discount to get a new one. So I don't know if I'm gonna go that route or not. I know that dog bone mount is not going to do well if I don't either replace the inserts and mill them down again myself, which they're just going to fail again, or if I go out and look for another one. So I'll be going and doing some digging for that one. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments.